Jeff with Living in Arizona, and today we're going to take a look at northern Arizona and familiarize you all with some of the best top places to be in northern Arizona. Some you already have heard of, some you may not have, but after you get done watching this entire video, you're going to have a pretty good idea of what exactly is in northern Arizona. I'm going to make the top towns, and then I'm going to talk about a select few of them to add to your radar to keep an eye on in northern Arizona. As you know, northern Arizona is a lot cooler because it's high country than most of central and southern Arizona. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in here. If you're new to living in Arizona, or you just like to keep up with Arizona, you can subscribe to this channel. And if you're not getting notifications, you can hit that bell, and clicking that bell next to subscribe will give you notifications when we drop a new video. And also, if you guys just want to get to know about cool places to do or to see and do around Arizona, you can check us out on Instagram. So, Live in Arizona, I'll put a link in the comments, okay? And let's go ahead and dive in here and talk about some of these places that you're going to want to know about in northern Arizona. So you have the city of Flagstaff. Most of you already know about Flagstaff. This is the premier northern Arizona destination. Northern Arizona University is here. It is Pine. That is San Francisco Peak, also known as Humphreys Peak. There is a snow or a ski area up there. And the city of Flagstaff, the town of Flagstaff, when it's 115 degrees in Phoenix, it's 90 degrees in Flagstaff. So it's a great place. People from Phoenix and all over Arizona like to go to escape the heat. It's about like Denver, Mile High, but it's a lot smaller than Denver. So, but it's about 2 hours away from Phoenix. It has a population around about 50,000. I don't know the exact number, but it is slower growing than the Desert Valley areas of Tucson and Phoenix, and even probably slower growing now than Prescott. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. This is where it gets kind of exciting because we're going to talk about some of these newer towns these are older towns, but new towns to you maybe. Payson. So I want to dial this in here and use Google Maps because I think this is going to be a really good option for us to be able to get familiar with some of these places. So, wait, where's Payson? Why am I not seeing Payson on here? It should just pop up. Maybe I'll, wow. Okay, there it is. So this is Payson. It's up the Beeline Highway. So you could see from Phoenix, you'd go through Fountain Hills on this freeway here, or the highway called 87, also known as the Beeline, and you head up there, and within about an hour and a half to 2 hours, you're up in Payson. In this area, you have the Mogollon Rim, which is a beautiful place, and this is where people build their cabins. Payson's one of those. You have a summer cabin up here where you go to beat the heat and just kind of chill out. But let's go ahead and take a look down here at Payson and show you guys what it looks like. You can see right here is where whenever I'd go camping up there, I would always hit up this Safeway. I want to say there's also a Walmart that you would go to, but you can see also pine trees. You have the, what is that? Manzanita. So you have Manzanita over here. And you could go on Google Maps and just drive around here, but this is Payson. You know, you get pretty nice homes up here. I would actually consider buying a home up in Payson. I mean, look at it. You can tell this place has got some potential, and it's really a nice place. I always like Payson. It's just a little bit small. It's always been small townish, but it's just a matter of time before people in Phoenix get too tired of the heat or whatever, and they start to go up there and try and settle in Payson, which would piss off a bunch of locals. So don't tell them that I sent you, okay? Because they like sleepy little Payson. And yeah, there's the Walmart Supercenter. But Payson, you could see it's a really nice place. I would say if you haven't already been there, just add it to one of those getaways. If you're new here, consider driving up to Payson. Like I said, you just take that freeway or that highway. And in this area of Payson, you're going to have several other areas that are pretty good little getaways. There's a place called Strawberry over here. Man, the map is not really working with me today for some reason. Let's see here. Where is Strawberry? So Strawberry is somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. You guys are going to want to check out this little town called Strawberry. They have some cheap property over there. I told you guys you're going to really enjoy this video because I'm giving you guys some really good information here. Check out strawberry, even pine. I mean, you can see, hey, let's just take that little guy and just show you how beautiful it is down here in pine and strawberry. And this is why you guys are going to want to be or happy you found this channel. Because look at this. I mean, who else is telling you about pine or strawberry? These are getaways that really, I mean, like I said, don't tell the locals I sent you, but these communities out here are really beautiful, nice, good retreats, getting out of Phoenix and just going up here and just enjoying it. And I'm telling you, it's really nice. I just don't tell the locals I sent you. Okay, anyway, so that was pine, but okay, so moving right along here, we don't want to spend too much time on any one given place because we only got so many minutes in a day. All right, so the next one that we're going to talk about is Pinetop-Lakeside. Not the same as Pine. Okay, so this is a whole nother place. All right, Pinetop-Lakeside. This one is known for its, yeah, it's right there on the White Mountains. It's just known for its beauty. Like, people with money know about this place. It's kind of hidden. It's definitely outside, off the beaten path of Phoenix. Like, not everybody from Phoenix gets out here and goes to Pinetop-Lakeside, but let's see here. Where can we find Pinetop-Lakeside? You got to go all the way over here to Show Low. So you got to take, it's a long drive. Look how you got to drive an hour and a half to Payson, then you got to take this other freeway right here, 260, all the way over to Show Low, and then from Show Low you go south, and then you're in the White Mountains. Now you're going to get excited because I'm going to share with you another gem here, which is this Pinetop-Lakeside and the White Mountains. Obviously, why do you think they call it the White Mountains? Well, because it snows up there on those mountains. Some of you are probably watching this saying, wow, I had no idea there was so much alpine country or pines in Arizona. Well, yeah, there is. This is all high country. It's just not where the big cities are. But you could see we're going all across the state. I mean, hundreds of miles are being covered. Hundreds of square miles are being covered by ponderosa pines or evergreen trees. I mean, Arizona has a lot of green. You would almost say, hey, that kind of looks like Oregon or who knows, maybe not Oregon, but it looks like Arizona pine country. But it's beautiful. I mean, this is Pinetop-Lakeside. Add it to your radar. You're going to want to check it out a little bit. I mean, we can go around it all day long on the map, but they've also got a pretty good sports team out here for the kids. It's a good school. They've always had a really good sports program. And just dialing it in right here, I mean, there's the lake. I'm trying to get on the lake. You can see the lakes right here. This is where it gets its name. People build their houses on here. Let me see if I can put the little orange guy in one of these communities. Oh, private community. Nope, not happening. Private community. Let's see over on the other side of the lake. So look, you build a log cabin up here, okay? That's the thing you do out here. Looks kind of like a cheaper version of Lake Tahoe, I guess you could say. Nowhere near as big as Lake Tahoe. Some of you are going to say, that's not like Lake Tahoe. Yeah, you're right, it's not. But you get the idea. It's a really nice place. These mountains out here are some of the most beautiful countryside you'll ever find anywhere in America. I mean that. Like, these mountains, you go out here and explore, you're going to be like, wow, that's great. By the way, Show Low could be on this list. I'm not so sure I'm going to include Show Low, but we'll go ahead and give Show Low a little special mention. I think Show Low gets its name because of the poker players that used to play Show Low, you know, when you're playing poker. But we'll give Show Low a little special shout out. It's also in the area. This is more the bigger town. You're gonna get a little bit bigger town right here, okay? It's pretty. I mean, I always went to Show Low and was like, okay, it's just a town. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's too small to really be anything, and it's yeah. I mean, it's not really that beautiful, but it's all right. It gets cold there in Show Low, man, and so I don't know. People live in Show Low, I guess. Anyway, enough ragging on Show Low. Well, there you go. Add Show Low to your list of places you can consider going to. Next up on this list is going to be, let's do Prescott. So we're going to go across the state to Prescott, one of the old, historical areas of Arizona back before Phoenix really took off. Prescott was sought after. I think they're saying that guys like Wyatt Earp or Billy the Kid used to roam around there. So we'll go ahead and talk about Prescott a little bit, show you guys around. I think we've already made a couple videos. I'll post a link up here to the Prescott video. But Prescott's one of those places that's really beautiful. It's up and coming. A lot of people from California are moving there. And Californians like to go where the beauty is, right? They follow the beauty. So that's Prescott. I don't want to spend too much time on it right now because I've already made a whole video dedicated to Prescott. But you can see here's the Prescott National Forest. You got Mingus Mountain around here, Yavapai Hills. There's Prescott right there. And we've gone around this. It's up and it's growing. Look at that. I mean, it's sprawling too. You also have this place called Prescott Valley. This whole area, I said it in the last video, I said this is going to be like Denver one day. Like Denver is right now, this is what Prescott's going to be. I mean, you have these housing communities popping up. It's a good place. You could probably it's probably a good investment place, Prescott. Even now still. So consider adding Prescott Valley to your list. The other places that I wanted to talk about, well, what would a list be without Sedona, right? You guys all know about Sedona. Again, this is one of those places that the locals are going to say, hey, stop sending everyone to Sedona. Look how beautiful it is, guys. I mean, this is on the visitsedona.com. Sedona is a beautiful place. I would say it's probably, if you can afford to live in Sedona, go ahead and move up there. Be my guest, whatever, But no, Sedona is a good place to just, let's not ruin Sedona and send a whole bunch of people up there. But even in that area, you've got lots of hikes. Just go up there and visit from Phoenix. I mean, live in Phoenix and go there and spend the weekend. Go check out the foothills around these mountains, these red rocks. And then even consider, you could even consider, let's see here, where's Sedona? Going to, right here's the Oak Creek. So if you follow Oak Creek up, this is like another day. You can go down here to Oak Creek Canyon. Oak Creek Canyon's where Slide Rock is. I know you guys have been asking. I put a video of Slide Rock on the Instagram. So this is what Slide Rock looks like. But Slide Rock's really popular. It's one of those places that's probably getting too much traffic. But you guys have asked about Slide Rock. It's here in Oak Creek Canyon. You can camp in this whole little area. It's in between Sedona and Flagstaff. That's Oak Creek Canyon. You have Flagstaff, Sedona. You follow the 89, and right here is Oak Creek Canyon. Lots of good camping up in here. I used to camp up here even when I was in high school. Me and my friends used to go up here. But let's see if I can get the little orange guy to go down on the 89 here in Oak Creek Canyon, right by Slide Rock. Look at that canyon. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? This is a great drive. So if you go to Sedona, you can also go up to Flagstaff. It's probably a 3-day weekend kind of thing to do. Maybe once in the winter, once in the summer, maybe once in the spring, once in the fall, because it's 4 seasons. So you're going to get 4 different experiences every time you go. The summer is going to be the hottest for sure. But this is good old Oak Creek Canyon. You just take one of those roads and you go up there and you basically go up on these mountaintops. And next thing you know, you're right there in camping territory in the middle of nowhere. Good old Oak Creek Canyon. And then I thought I pulled it up. Oh, I did. Okay, Paige. So Paige is in the far northern part of Arizona. If you wanted to go to Utah but didn't want to move to Utah completely, then you would probably move to Paige. But no, seriously, there is something to offer in Paige. And it is one of those up and coming places. This is where you get those awesome pictures of the lakes, Lake Powell. So there's the dam for Lake Powell right there, right? That's the Glen Canyon Dam. So the Lake Powell's a man-made reservoir on the Colorado River. You know that Horseshoe Bend that everyone goes to? There's Horseshoe Bend. We've also got a campground down there along the Colorado River. You also have ancient Anasazi petroglyphs. We need to talk a little bit more about the Native American traditions and things about the Native Americans that people could know. But you have the Glen Canyon Dam overlook, and then you have, so Lake Powell's beautiful. You got those waterfalls that you've been seeing a lot of. But Paige is the town right there. and they've built a golf course. So it's another one of those places that's up and coming. But look, there's nothing really grows there naturally. It's just a vast, barren land. It's kind of a desert, but it does get cold in Paige. Like Paige is one of those places. It's high altitude kind of, but it gets cold. Probably another good place to consider investing. I think it's got some potential. I don't know why Paige hasn't actually taken off. I mean, people still want to move to St. George, Utah. They still want to move to Salt Lake City, but consider there's St. George, Utah, and then you got over here, you've got Paige. You got the Kaibab, Fredonia, in between there. I mean, we could talk about all those little different places. You can just look them up. Then one place that you could probably consider northern Arizona. It is definitely northern Arizona, but people think it's interesting, and I've had some people ask me why I don't talk about Bullhead City. So I'll mention it right here. So you guys may know of a town called Laughlin. I think Laughlin is, this whole area, look at how small it is. I mean, it really hasn't built up. But the Arizona side has more population than the Nevada side, but the Nevada side has the gaming. So there's Laughlin, right? You can see all these, actually not a lot. There's a few of them. There's the Colorado Belle. One of the things that I liked about Laughlin or Bullhead City that Vegas doesn't have is the river, and you can, do water sports along the Colorado River. I don't know if they still do it. I mean, I don't see any jet skis. Oh yeah, there's a jet ski. That's what I liked about Laughlin that Vegas doesn't have is the waterfront. I'm surprised it didn't take off, but you can see down here now you have a lot more buildings or a lot more communities in Bullhead City. So this side's the Arizona side. This is the Nevada side. Now, why would people choose to live on the Arizona side instead of Nevada side? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Nevada doesn't have a state income tax because they have enough gaming revenues coming in. But people chose to live on the Arizona side, and I'm not quite sure, but there's probably a good reason for it. And Bullhead City is very hot like Vegas. Vegas is also hot. I mean, I think Vegas in the summertime gets even hotter than Phoenix. But you can see this is what it looks like down here in Bullhead City. It's kind of like you drive through Bullhead City and you start to say, I think it's got some potential, but something's off about it. I mean, it's got potential because it's on the Colorado River, but I think it just gets too hot for people. It's kind of like Lake Havasu City. Lake Havasu City is kind of beautiful too, but people it hasn't really taken off either. But I wouldn't call that, I wouldn't call Lake Havasu City northern Arizona. I would call it more central Arizona. Oh, you could call it northern Arizona, but there's Lake Havasu City. It's growing. I mean, this deserves its own little video. But you can see there's the Lake Havasu along the Colorado River, Havasu Lake on the California side. So California over here, Arizona over here. The Arizona side is what's built up. I mean, look at all these towns. If you guys want me to make a video specifically about the Colorado River towns, that would be Yuma, Bullhead City, Lake Havasu City. It's hot as heck over here, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, like, Lake Havasu City is the hottest place in Arizona, like, almost every day in the summer. But look, everyone's got a pool. It's hot, though, I'm telling you. But then again, I mean, what's the difference? A couple degrees here and there. Parker Dam. Parker's another one of those towns. So if I could give you guys a couple other honorable mentions for northern Arizona places to add to the radar. I'm sure you guys some of you guys have pens and paper out, writing down all this stuff. So I've already told you guys about a couple of them, but consider, let's see here. You could consider Holbrook, Snowflake. I thought about buying property in Snowflake. St. John's is interesting. My uncle used to live in Springerville, which is near Greer or Eager. I don't know. I thought Springerville's okay, but it's just too cold up there in the wintertime. My goodness. And it's a small town. So you got Eager and you got Springerville. Native American country up here. Look, you can even see their old volcanoes, right? The calderas. This is on the Little Colorado River. So there's the big Colorado, and then you have the little Colorado. St. John's, you can get real cheap land. If you're looking for cheap land, check out St. John's, Arizona. And I think some of these places up here are going to be Mormon communities, LDS, the Latter-day Saints. They have a presence up here in some of these small town communities. So you're going to notice that there's going to be a specific like religious undertone to it in some of those towns. If that doesn't bother you, which it shouldn't, because from my experience with LDS, they're the least aggressive. Sure, they have missionaries, but they're the least aggressive in terms of trying to recruit you to join their movement. And so yeah, I mean, like I just told you about those places. There's also Kingman. People have asked me to make a video about Kingman. No thanks. Gosh, every time I drive through Kingman on the way to Vegas, I'm like, okay, I need gas and I need Jack in the Box or Burger King or whatever, and I'll be in Vegas in 2 hours. Can't wait to get to Vegas. That's how I feel about Kingman. It's just a place you stop by on the way up to Vegas. As far as like Ash Fork, it's okay. I mean, there's nothing really in Ash Fork, nothing in Williams. From Flagstaff basically to the Grand Canyon, I mean, there's nothing really there. Okay, you got the Kaibab National Forest, but yeah, once you leave Flagstaff, I mean, you're basically next stop Grand Canyon National Park 2 hours or an hour later. Okay, so anyways, guys, thanks to everyone who's been subscribing to this channel and liking these videos and dropping comments. Keep them coming. See you guys next time. Click on any one of these other videos if you guys are looking for some information. By the way, there's good old Rocky Point, Puerto Penasco. People have been going down to Mexico. A lot of people from Phoenix have been going down to Mexico. We'll see you guys next time.